Yeah, baby.
Yeah. You bet you.
There's going to be a lot of that today.
I bet you could have done that better if your lungs worked.
Yeah. We're back. Well, I'm back because you did one with Danny last week, which I've listened to some of.
Didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
Did you like it?
No, I did. Ryan sent me the. I'm just trying to find that because it might be a bit back. He sent me quite a pathetic message.
I said, it's just not the same without you.
Yes. Yeah, that's pretty much the exact same words. It felt strange doing it without you.
Yeah, and that's because me and Daniel didn't actually watch the film we were going to do because it was all last minute, and also you kind of took the reins on the presenting part. I was like, "Here's Daniel."
As soon as I read that message, is when immediately I became ill.
All right, and
that's what's caused this incredibly severe chest infection I have.
Are you on the antibiotics?
Yeah.
Are you on the steroids too?
No, but I reckon it's funny because I'm always dubious. I'm one of those people that's dubious about going to the doctor anyway.
Dubious Pip.
Dubious Pip. Because I'm like I have a very Scottish attitude. I know the Irish have it as well. Of you don't want to bother doctors unless you're literally that knight at the end of Monty Python's Holy Grail, where you're just a torso.
Yes, okay.
You don't really like to bother doctors because I don't know whether it's. I think it is it is partly not wanting to take up their time, but I think it's also them kind of thinking you're. I don't know if it is them thinking you're a pussy, or them laughing at you going. Pff.
That's so funny that we're just like, you want it to be severe enough that they're like,
yeah.
You don't want to go in and they just go, why don't you take some antibiotics? Or why don't you take some paracetamol and sit down?
I essentially want, the only time I want to go to the doctor is when it's too late. I want to go to the doctor and them to go, you should have come a lot sooner because now we can do nothing for you. I'll go, woo!
Thank God.
Finally justified.
That's great.
Do you know, it's a very quick side note. I've been reading a lot about aspirin recently.
Is that the one? It's meant to be good for your heart if you take it a lot anyway?
Yes.
Or is that baby aspirin?
Baby aspirin, yes. So that there's a lot of advocates for people taking baby aspirin every day because it is a natural blood thinner and it prevents heart attacks and strokes and is thought to prevent cancer.
Okay.
But if you take it too much, it will also eat away your stomach.
Yes.
Eat away your stomach acid. But the reason I got into it was, it's really weird, right? Do you ever have this where you've watched a video on something? There's an annoying thing that social media does where there's a video and then you want to watch it again or you want to show someone else, but it automatically refreshes.
Yes.
And you'll never find the fucker again.
Yeah. Nightmare.
So there was one of these situations and I spent about an hour trying to find this dude last night. He's like if anyone knows this guy, it's very hard to describe him. He's like Brian Blessed, but he's not Brian Blessed. And he's like a British intellectual kind of dude. I don't know if he's a historian or what.
Brian Cox, the other one?
It's not Brian Cox. He's got grey hair, and that's literally all I can give you.
Okay, right. Okay.
Anyway, he was talking about aspirin in terms of if you have an aspirin, right? Say you've got a big speech to do.
Yeah.
Right? Say you're not confident public speaker.
Yeah.
You've got a big presentation to do at work. You've got a big speech to do. You're doing a best man speech. A lot of people will take a drink for Dutch courage.
Yeah.
Right? They'll be like that. I'll tan a pint. It'll settle my nerves. Be all good.
Yeah.
And aspirin will mimic those effects.
Okay.
Because it thins the blood and it creates the same. It basically creates the same reaction in your body to what having a drink does.
Though, I mean, you reckon it would work mentally as well, though? You know, if I took a swig of whiskey, I took a whiskey, like a drag of whiskey before my best man speech. I don't know if I just popped a baby aspirin, I would still be as confident that I'm doing
Probably not. You probably wouldn't be as confident.
But you're saying scientifically it works?
Scientifically it works. Because there's loads of things about it helps with mental health problems as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a shitload of aspirin.
And see how it goes.
And then next week I'm either the chirpiest I've ever been.
You're going to be literally...
And the calmest I've ever been, or I will have no stomach left. So
let's
see how next week goes.
All the meds I'm on eat my stomach. It's a nightmare.
Oh, aye.
You know, it's like it's a toss up. They're like, oh, do you want your lungs to work? Well, you can have this every day, but I mean, your stomach's going to go to shit.
Yeah.
That's why I can't drink beers anymore. Like after 3 pints
right.
anymore, I'm like, oh, I have to go into whiskey and cokes.
Oh, aye.
Nightmare.
Aye. So I have a chest infection. And I don't know. Amy blames it on me going out and drinking quite a lot during the week in altitude, whereas I've done that anyway before and come back and been fine. I blame it. We went up a glacier.
Oh, that looked unbelievable, by the way.
It's class.
Yeah, I saw that.
But you're up higher. I was up higher than I've ever been when I've not been in a plane. Right. So I was up higher on my own doing, if you like.
Okay, right. The highest you've been on your own doing. You've
so
never
I reckon it goes. Yeah, that would be the highest I've ever been.
Oh, then again, yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? It's the Alps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you go up 3 different chairlifts, and one of them, the chairlift was about fucking 20 minutes. Right, so this is taking you to the far beyond.
Yeah.
And then it's so cold up there, and then it's quite warm inside the glacier. So you're crawling about in this fucking ice palace, and then when we got out, first of all, I think that the guy, like, he was like, right, we better hurry up. There's only 25 minutes before the last chairlift goes down. So you're like, well, what the fuck? Like, you know, you've still got a hill to climb to get back up to the chairlift. So we're fucking, there's people stopping and we're rushing like fuck to get up. Because if I don't get back up, I'm missing the gigs and shit. Yeah. And also, the children will die of exposure. But like, when I sat down in the chairlift, I could barely, like Amy as well, could barely breathe.
The altitude.
Yeah, and so do you know what? I felt high as fuck quite a lot of the time when I was up there because the air was so thin. There wasn't enough oxygen going to my brain.
Oh yeah.
So you were like,
it's constantly huffing poppers.
Yeah, and
arsehole gaping.
But that's what I blame it on. I blame it on that, and then I've got pains in the top of both my arms because I've got slight pleurisy.
What the hell's pleurisy?
Pleurisy is when you've got an inflammation of your lungs, and the inflammation spreads across your chest, your upper arms, and your back.
That pleurisy sounds like something pirates die of.
That's scurvy.
I know, but it's along them lines. It's going to scurvy. Like when people go, my granddad died of TB, and you're like, what was he doing?
Yeah.
You know? So
TB for my bunghole. That's what he died of.
My bungholio.
But altitude's fucking class. I very quickly, the last thing I'll say about it is, I was thinking about this the other day, that we are, like this year, right, Isla got put in an adults class, right, because she's at that weird age where they don't have enough teachers for, like, that intermediate class. So if she'd have gone in the kids bit, even Seamus's class, she'd have been bored as shit because it'd be wee kids.
Yeah. Whereas
she couldn't go out. She went in like an adult kind of beginner's class, and there was a point where they were going to do another lesson thing, but she had to go and do one of the altitude things. It was the clown hole race, and the guy was like, "Well, we're going to be at this other side of the mountain." So I was like, "Right, can we come and meet you there?" And he's like, "Right, what you do is you take the Schlugenbahn, and then you take the Hurfengand." And I was like, "Right, I'm already lost."
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So he was like, "What I can do is I can take her to this bit, and then let her ski back to you." Right? And so we gave her Amy's phone, and I had her on track my iPhone, and so you're like kind of going.
She's gathering speed.
Aye, exactly. You're kind of. It's like because at one point she was 3.6 miles away, and that's the furthest she'd been away.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And I was kind of sitting there going, if this starts to move further away, where you're kind of going, it seems like they're on a road now. She's going about 70 miles an hour now. What the fuck? Yeah. And then she's going towards the border.
That's a great one. Take a little runner.
But that's when I realised, like, we had so much more trust in letting her go away with strange adults and be on our own than we ever would have in this country or on holiday in another country.
Yeah, in fairness, yeah.
Like if we were in Portugal, Portugal's a bad example.
The worst.
What with its history. But, if we were at anywhere, right?
Yeah.
If we were in Rotherham, if we were in... if we were in Southport and there was a Taylor Swift class going on, if we were No, if we were anywhere else in Britain or one of the traditional holiday places abroad, I would never, ever think of letting her go off with a group of adults.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it's because, partly I think it's because, partly I think it's because it's a middle class place.
Yeah, okay.
And
yeah.
you don't expect the middle classes to abduct children.
It's only. What are you trying to say? It's very low class or very high class, but not in the middle.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Essentially, yeah. So you're either
you're gonna be what you're going to end up in a sex dungeon or hunted.
Yeah, yeah. Like I would probably distrust the upper classes the least.
Yeah, yeah. Of course.
With that,
yeah.
because then you're going, well, take some fucking island somewhere.
Yeah.
Or she's going to be sold like in Taken.
Yeah, yeah.
But I also think it's because the sheer effort it would take to abduct someone at a ski resort.
Oh, you'd be out of breath.
You'd be out of breath, yeah. There's nowhere. It's like there's nowhere to hide. There's no like you can't. You're in plain sight at all times because you're on a mountain.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to hide behind. You can't hide behind us dune.
You just stand at the one ski lift and you'll find them.
Like there's very few abductors have a skidoo. So yeah, it was very interesting. I was thinking about how much more comfortable we were. We were more concerned about her hurting herself than we were about anyone abducting her.
That's going to be great though if you ended that story. Anyway, you haven't seen her since.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hope she's good.
I hope she's good. In a Volkswagen and band smoking a joint right now. We lost a guy that's been in a couple of films.
Yes.
Well, actually, not really. I think how many Val Kilmer films have we done?
I don't know.
We've done True Romance.
Yeah, because I woke up this morning to you telling me that Val Kilmer had died.
Yeah, yeah.
True Romance, definitely. Have we done? Cause we've not done Top Gun. We've not done Tombstone.
We've not done
Top Secret.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. We've not done Top Secret. We've not done MacGruber. We've not done
Heat.
I
think we've only done one Kilmer film.
Well, there you go.
Aye.
I mean, he's not that good.
Come on.
I don't go like well, we lost one of the greats. Like,
no, I think Val
he's
Kilmer,
iconic.
Aye, I think Doc Holliday in Tombstone is phenomenal acting.
Actually, by the way, I don't even know what film that is.
Tombstone, Wyatt Earp. Kurt Russell plays Wyatt Earp.
Right. No,
and he's Doc Holliday. Oh my God,
that sounds good though.
Genuinely fantastic.
Yeah. Wyatt Earp though does sound like a hillbilly.
Yeah, he does.
Doesn't sound like a fucking
gunslinger.
I was about to say golfer, a gunslinger.
He's good in that. He's good in The Doors, where he plays Jim Morrison.
Okay.
He's excellent as Iceman in both.
Okay. Oh, did you see the Beatles lineup?
Oh, fuck off.
just when you saw we got two Irish lads in. How you feeling?
God almighty, it's...
The best thing about Barry Keoghan is he could also play Yoko Ono.
Why? Why? It's like it is a.
It fucked my James Bond bet.
Yeah, it has.
I was like, oh, there's
Harris Dickinson. Yeah.
There's the fucking dickhead.
He's playing Lennon, isn't he?
I think so.
Mescal's McCartney.
Okay.
Keoghan's Ringo.
Such a weird. I don't think.
And who's played
good
George
choice.
Harrison?
Who's the last one? Oh Jesus! So it is
Jesus.
It's Joseph Quinn.
Oh, the guy that's playing the Flame dude in Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Gladiator 2.
Oh God,
he's one of the emperors.
I mean, it is like
he's a good actor though.
They're like it's the four. Apart from that wee dude who played Elvis.
Aye. What? No. Timothy Chalamet and Austin Butler.
Chalamet and Austin Butler are the only other. They're like the five. They're like the six young dudes.
Yeah. Rat Boy Summer.
Yeah, but they aren't as... Because remember when this kind of... These were like... when the Brat Pack folk came out, so that was like Estevez, Sheen, Cruz, Depp.
Much better.
They were cool as fuck. And then I don't think there's been another gang of male actors since.
Ben Stiller.
Aye, and then you've got these six gimps, these fucking lady boys. Like... They're just wee gimps. Like,
right. So I know we've already documented your hatred of Barry Keoghan.
Yeah.
Right.
Mescal.
And nobody likes Barry Keoghan anymore now. After what he did.
After what he did to Sabrina.
After what he did.
How dare he?
Sabs Carps.
How dare he?
How dare he?
Look at the man. A face like a fucking plumber.
He does have the place of it. He actually does have the.
And he disrespects the Queen.
He does get gets typecast as a weird little guy. It's because he looks like a weird little guy. In fairness, he's a good actor, but like fuck's sake, Joseph Quinn's a good actor. He can do a lot.
I don't believe that women find Barry Keoghan attractive.
You don't believe it?
I don't believe it.
So what do you think of Sabrina Carpenter?
Mescal, I absolutely see. Right, he's a traditionally good-looking guy.
GA shorts, he got that going again.
Aye,
remember that?
Yeah, that's
running
true.
around topless around. Yeah, people sent O'Neill's shorts fucking through the roof. The sales went through the roof when they went around jogging.
I don't believe this. Oh, they've got this quirky, weird face. Fuck off.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I prefer my leading men to be handsome as fuck.
Okay, right. You want handsome.
I want DiCaprio. I want Pitt. I want Depp. I want Clooney. That's who I want. I want good-looking, chiseled men. I don't want some fucking crooked-nosed, fucking Hansel and Gretel-looking motherfucker.
And that's all of them.
Aye.
In fairness, Joseph Quinn, I wouldn't say he's a good-looking chap.
No, he's not. No.
Harrison Dickinson's a bit bland.
Aye.
Isn't he? I realised where I knew him from. I saw him in that movie where the Crawdads sing or some shit.
What?
It's like a movie called like Where the Crawdads Sing, I think it's called.
Where the Crawdads Sing?
Where the Crawdads Sing, yeah. It's Daisy Edgar Jones, and I think it's a type of bird.
Crawdads?
I think it's a bird, is it? Where the Crawdads Sing.
Right. It's a craw like a crow.
34% Rotten Tomatoes. I remembered it better than that. What's a crawdad? What is a crawdaddy? What's a crawdad? What? Oh, look. I was about to go. What is a crawdad?
It's a bird, son.
It is.
Oh, it's a
crayfish.
It's a crayfish. Jesus Christ. My God.
For fuck's sake. It's just Daisy Edgar Jones living in a fucking hut out in the whatever. But anyway, shite.
But yes, I think it will be pish.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, I don't like any biopics. I'm pretty much covered most of them.
But they're doing it's 4 films. Is it the same film, but all from a different Beatles?
Oh, you're not doing
standpoint. I think that's how they're going to do it.
God, get them. Oh God.
Ugh.
Which one's playing Ringo Starr?
Keoghan.
Of course he is. That's the weird one.
The accents will be interesting.
Aye. I do think I do think that I think he does look half Asian too.
Yeah, he does.
So that's going to be good.
You ever seen Simon Pegg do all of the Beatles accents? He says you can do all of the accents of all the Beatles from different parts of your mouth. It's class.
No, I never. Yeah,
it's really good. I would try it, but I'd make a fucking arse of it. I was going to go for it, but no. I don't have but yeah, so I've decided, right, because I don't think we gave Gene Hackman enough of a tribute on this. So because I've picked next week's film already. I don't actually have the DVD here, but after that I have 2 DVDs that one stars Gene Hackman and one stars Val Kilmer, so they'll be my next 2 picks.
Oh, right, perfect. I haven't actually watched the other one, because what happened was, remember, we had last week, we all went to shite, and everybody's sick and ill and altitude and whatever, so we did The Longest Yard as a jump in, and then loads of people, by the way, in the Discord were like, you just went and chose a film with loads of wrestlers in it while Nelson wasn't there.
Fuck, so you did.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck, I never thought of that.
Bastards. My favourite part of last week's episode was Daniel using our podcast to squeeze in his sponsor. Yeah. Can we just say, Fistley Cross was not a sponsor of Absolute. No. Listen, if you want to be, you absolutely can be.
You can. We were apparently pushing. It was very funny. But you see, he got angry because I kept. One of his podcasts, I kept saying that it was the official beer of the IRA, the official cider of the IRA.
Fistley Cross.
Fistley Cross is the official IRA. And he's like, it isn't. Yeah, so we've been.
So they're not. They don't sponsor us, but if they do, if they want to,
Liquid Gold.
Liquid. That's the real sponsor we want.
It is on
Liquid Gold.
Liquid Gold.
Liquid Gold Poppers, record cleaner. If you're out there, but we do not stand for product placement on this.
No.
Would you, however, like a can of Vimto?
I would.
Yeah.
I've never had this before.
You never had Vimto?
No.
The reason I've got this is because I was in a chippy the other day, and 2 builders came in and ordered the most builder lunch possible, and then ordered 2 cans of Vimto. And I thought it was such a contrast between what they'd ordered as food and drink.
Okay, right.
It was like getting in going, can I get Yeah, steak, medium rare. Stick a fried egg at the top of it, and can I get an umbongo as well?
do you know what I had the last day, and I can't even. It's actually the worst thing I've ever had in my life. An olive.
Oh God, the worst.
Aren't they?
Oh Jesus.
Oh Jesus Christ! I nearly fucking spewed.
What are they? A fruit? They're a fruit? Are they a vegetable?
They're a fucking
What
abomination. Yeah. What are they? What do they grow on?
Trees. Olive branch. That's when you give something an olive branch.
Aye. I'll see it when I believe it, Mark. Tasted like fucking.
They are born from the devil's anus.
Yeah.
They are the pips of the devil's anus.
Dude, that's what it is. Hemorrhoids of the devil.
Olives, devil's bum grapes, more like.
Devil's arse grapes. I had it going like, you know what, this can't be that bad, you know. This, like, I hate mushrooms with a passion, right?
Oh, really?
I do, right? But I can eat like something if it's completely shredded in, or in a curry maybe, or something. I don't know why you put mushrooms in a curry, but you know, like, and like that. But I couldn't eat, like, you know, like mushrooms you put on a fry. I'd get sick.
Oh, right.
Like, sick in your face.
Yeah.
But
on
anyway,
a pizza, you'd hate them.
Oh, that's
But if they were mashed through a bolognese, you'd be all right.
Yeah. I would never do that. I'd question you immediately, going like, do not put that in the bolognese. But yeah, but olives have really taken that. Like, I hit it with like a confidence, going, how bad could this be? I know I won't like this. I'd honestly, I had durian fruits before. You know it, and fucking.
Is that the vomit fruit?
Yeah, and that's just as bad as that. Like, the thing about durian fruit though is you can't get the taste out of your mouth, so it's just like lingers for like.
But olives got a weird, it's like a bitter kind of. That does just nothing appealing to an olive at all.
It is. It's the choice of sex offenders.
Yeah.
Remember that serial killer that his last meal was a single olive?
No.
Do you remember that?
No.
There was a serial killer whose last meal was a single olive. Not like out of William H. Gacy, the clown killer. He went and just bought a massive bargain bucket from KFC.
Yeah.
That's a very funny thing that you get a last meal.
It is actually, yeah.
You know what? Where did that come from?
I would have the everlasting gobstopper from Willy Wonka.
You have to wait.
Joke's on you, fool. Still chewing on my last meal.
I can't remember. Was it Dan Mintz had the lethal injection antidote? Olive as last meal. Let me see. This is going to be a thing because it's going to be like getting an olive as your last meal. A single olive is a power move. I enjoy a power move, you know. Victor Fueger, a man executed in 1963, famously requested a single unpitted olive as his last meal, hoping an olive tree would grow from his grave as a symbol of peace. It wasn't a fucking... God, back out of it. See, this is even worse.
That's now much worse.
He fought an olive tree. He's like, no, you're...
What a fucking idiot as well.
What a twat.
Why would that work? So that means everyone... So what happens if you don't die?
Yeah.
What, do people just sprout trees? So everyone that's had an olive is fucking cutting about like I am Groot.
Oh my God. A sign of peace. I want to see what he did. This is what I want to know now, because it's going to be like he just, you know, he ran over an entire school bus.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, let me see, right? Let me see what he did. At background, what has he done? He was a drifter. That's not a good start.
No.
Criminal status, executed. He was hung.
There's very few drifters with a golden heart.
He only did right, I don't want to be harsh here, but he only kidnapped someone.
Did he murder them?
Well, it just says it says that what they actually he was convicted of kidnapping. Just and he was only he was hung and he was 26. Oh no, he did kill him. Sorry, yep.
All right.
Oh yep. Single gunshot to the head. I don't know.
It's not the worst crime. It's a bad one, but it's not the worst ever.
It is a bad one as a murder, but it's not. He's not like fucking skinning children and making them play whatever.
But what a fucking bellend.
I actually thought that was a real power move. Now he's actually completely ruined it.
Why just one olive as well? Why would you not ask for a plate of olives?
If you want to make sure. Why is it? It says unpitted olive. Was it
no, he's not. Did he not say? Was it not pitted?
If it's unpitted, he's a real stupid. If this is unpitted, he's a right fucking idiot. Right? It said unpitted olive.
Aye, unpitted. Pitted means you take the pit out.
All right. Okay.
So so he wanted an unseeded, a seeded olive.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right though. Olive. You just eat a bunch of them. More chance of actually growing.
Absolutely. If you're planting a tree, you don't plant your hopes on one single seed. There's the lucky boy. You fucking throw thousands of them down.
Yeah. He was executed as a bit of a tit.
Yeah. I'd have I don't know what they come in olives. A bunch.
I come in olives.
Olive oil.
Oh God. Oh, I never even fucking put that together.
Oh, no.
Now we're
So
talking.
we can't give olives too much shit because they give us the oil.
Like, this is very stupid. Like, I can't link anything to anything. You're like olive branch, and I go, oh yeah, that would make sense. And I'm like, olive oil. Yeah. It's right there in the tin.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, olives, to eat them on their own, disgusting.
Yeah. No,
absolutely. Tell you what isn't disgusting though.
And let me try this.
Vimto.
It says it's from, what does it say? From 1908.
Yeah. Since 1908. This is not from 1908. I've not been keeping these. These haven't been in the family.
I can't open it.
Jesus.
I can't open it. I don't have nails.
Jesus Christ.
I can't open it. You're going to have to open it for me. I'll hold yours.
Fucking tragic.
Oh, thank you. That was tragic. Right, is this one of these things? It looks like the color of it already looks like the stuff.
Purple.
You know, they're like, oh, you remember like Coke was used to treat fucking AIDS or something?
No, it wasn't.
What was it though?
It was basically used as to treat stomach upset.
Oh,
but Coke will also clean
so
rust off a penny.
Oh yeah. That's a lie because I tried it.
All right.
No,
it's nice, isn't it?
Aye.
Lovely. But like I say, we will not have any product placement on our podcast.
That's it. You know what? This is a good link into another Mike Myers movie. You know, like there's like the product placement, the Reebok everywhere. Right. But this week we did Austin Powers.
Yes, International Man of Mystery. Just in case you're wondering if
we
skip to the sequel.
No,
the superior sequel.
I did. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
I did message in the thing because I remember, like, I watched it recently. The Spy shagged me, and I was like, "This is so fucking funny." Then I was looking forward to Austin Powers. Then watched Austin Powers, and I still really love it. But it isn't. I didn't realize the difference between. I actually thought that more of the jokes were in the first one than I remembered. Yeah. Second one's much better. This is good too. I enjoyed it. You know,
I was annoyed. I was annoyed, right? Yeah. Because when I thought I was really, really going to enjoy it. I thought it was going to be one of those films like Scary Movie, where you watch it again and you go, oh my God. I like Naked Gun, where I'm like, oh my God, I forgot how funny this was. When I first watched it, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And I was annoyed at myself, and I was like, I don't understand. And then I think it was just the mood I was in that week. I think I just had too much shit going on.
You really would have to be in the mood for this stuff. If you're not in the right mood for Austin Powers, it is.
So then I rewatched it again the other night, and I enjoyed it much more.
Okay, well, a little bit better, yeah.
There is some funny. And do you know what I think, right? I've actually, for a comedy, which are normally traditionally quite tough to talk about, I have quite a lot of notes about this.
Oh, good.
My main problem with this film is I don't like Austin Powers as a character.
This is the funniest thing. I totally agree. He's the worst person in the whole thing. Everyone else is better.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, it gets annoying half the time. I'm just like, he's just like a figure to be there. But like I think Dr. Evil's the funniest, one of the funniest characters of all time.
Incredible.
Yeah. Even the fucking, what do you call it? The German number 2. All of them. Random Task is
brilliant.
Yeah.
Number 2, brilliant.
Yeah.
Scott's brilliant.
Yeah.
All the other, like, Basil Exposition is brilliant.
They're all. Yeah, I genuinely do think
it's all funny stuff.
He is the worst of all. Of them. Yeah.
And I don't even think it's. I don't think it's a Mike Myers kind of fault. I think it's the fault of what it spawned, in that time of, and it's a very David Brent thing, where it spawned this entire couple of years where every bell-end office joker would go out as Austin Powers at Halloween, and they would generally say stuff like, yeah, baby, do I make you horny, baby? Yeah. And use words like shagadelic and fuck off.
Yeah. No, it is a bit annoying though.
Do you know what the word horny still popular to this day. Randy, not so much.
Randy, yeah.
Don't hear many people telling you they're Randy anymore.
Me and Wall we're going to watch a film one day, and you know the Netflix categories, we were laughing our heads off. One of the things was, it was a word I haven't heard in a minute. It was like, why not try a raunchy comedy?
Raunchy, yeah. Raunchy.
Get a raunchy comedy.
Yeah.
Get a wee Randy comedy on.
Yeah, raunchy, yeah.
What's a Randy comedy?
It's a good
Euro
word.
Trip.
Aye, it is. Yeah, American Pie, raunchy comedy.
Yeah. Raunchy Randy.
The raunchy 80s
Did I
comedies.
make you Randy?
Did I make you Randy? Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of any funny bits that Austin Powers does.
I mean, no, I would happily just watch Dr. Evil for 15 hours.
I think the unfreezing, the uncryogenic freezing, is a very, very, very funny sequence.
Yes.
I think the peeing for ages gag. We did it in Naked Gun. It's funnier in this.
Yes.
Because it goes all longer.
Yeah. He does the.
Yeah. And then I think it's funnier.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that he can't control the volume of his voice
when
he first comes out.
It's one of my favourite bits, actually.
I think that's very, very funny. And I think him getting his artifacts. Fucking hell, why can't I think of the word?
It's not artifacts. I know what you're saying. There is a word you're like about.
His possessions.
Well,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, his clothes and shit.
Yeah.
So he gets back the clothes. He's like, because that's very funny. Because it's like one velvet, slightly crushed velvet blue suit, and then one pair of Italian boots, and he goes, "Buongiorno, boys." And then the bit that the one Swedish penis pump.
Yeah.
And then it goes, and then that's not mine.
Yeah.
And then it was one receipt for penis pump made out to Austin Powers. one warranty card for Swedish enlarging penis pump. And it's like, that's not my bag, baby.
Signed by Austin
one
Powers.
Book. Swedish enlargement penis pumps and me. These things are my bag, baby. Written by Austin Powers. That's very, very, very funny.
Yeah.
Very funny.
I just we had like Seth Green, by the way, is very good in it.
Yes,
I enjoy Seth Green.
But again, better in the second.
Yes, definitely. It gets way funnier.
The relationship's better in the second.
Yeah.
This one does have the big bag of shush though. Which is class.
Yeah.
That's really, really good.
Is the other one the Zip It?
Zip It, yeah.
Is that the second one?
Yeah.
Zip It.
When you come along and you must zip it.
And Mini-Me's much better, and Fat Bastards in the second.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this. It's very funny trying to rank Austin Powers girls compared to Bond girls.
Yes.
So the actual thing is Heather Graham, Beyonce,
number one.
Then
no,
Elizabeth Hurley.
I'd have Hurley second.
Right.
Beyonce third. But that's me being a racist.
That'd be quite funny. It's not you being racist. You reckon I reckon there isn't a single black person listens to this podcast, right? I'm a bald neo-Nazi, got a scar on my face. The state of you, right? You look like you're a Reform MP, right?
Yeah.
So I reckon, and if there is, I reckon they're losing their shit now that we never mind Elizabeth Hurley, that we went, oh, Heather Graham's hotter than Beyonce.
I don't think Beyonce's that hot.
No, I wouldn't necessarily either, but she obviously is.
But
she obviously is.
She's objectively attractive. But I don't think she's.
Yeah.
I think she's insane.
Yeah.
Halle Berry's. Like I don't want to sit here ranking black women.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think she's like
Halle Berry would have been a good Austin Powers.
She would, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Hurley is insanely good looking.
No.
I
don't get it.
Ridiculous.
Don't get it. Not for me.
That's because that's again your
prejudice,
anti-English bias coming over, because she is like a typical Middle English woman.
Okay, right.
She really is.
Yeah. I definitely see what you mean.
I don't actually know why Elizabeth, other than going out with Hugh Grant, I don't know why Elizabeth Hurley's famous.
Yeah.
So I was trying to think what else she's in. And the only thing, she's in the remake of Bedazzled with Brendan Fraser.
Okay, right.
But I can't think of anything else. I don't know if she was in like she wasn't in like Lady Chatterley's Lover or anything, or like a mid-90s TV show.
Yeah.
I can't think, because I don't know how she got this part, is my point.
Yeah.
We need to find out.
I've got an excellent thing to talk to you about, though, by the way. I just remembered. And I know I've mentioned it. I've mentioned it before on this podcast when we were talking about Odd Job. Do you remember that?
Oh, I've got this as one of my facts.
Joe Son.
Yeah.
Oh, I know all about Joe Son. I've been fascinated with Joe Son for years. Because I actually thought, I got it wrong. I actually thought it was Odd Job that was Joe Son.
No.
Joe Son played Random Task. Yeah. Which is a very funny joke, Random Task.
Oh, aye.
Yeah.
Right. She was in Passenger 57. Right?
What?
Yeah, she
plays. I watched that recently.
Yeah, she plays one of the stewardesses.
I didn't even fucking know that. With Halle Berry.
No, Halle Berry's not in Passenger 57.
She is.
No, she's not.
No, I'm thinking of the other plane. I've watched the other one too, Executive Decision.
Yeah, she's in that.
Yes, sure.
Passenger 57 is Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes,
She was in a film called Mad Dogs and Englishmen, but I'm fairly...
Never even heard of it.
Yeah, I don't know if... Was Hugh Grant in that? No, he wasn't. Extreme Measures. Pretty sure Hugh Grant was in that, yep. Hackman was in that, and then International Man of Mystery. So television... No. I don't know where she's come from.
Yeah.
I think it is just genuinely she was going out with Hugh Grant. There's an incredible clip, right? If you ever get a chance to watch it you watch it on YouTube, and it is the BAFTA Awards.
Yeah.
Right, and Billy Connolly's hosting it, and Liz Hurley. I know why she's famous. It's because of a dress. She went to a thing with Hugh Grant when she was just an actress, but doing things like Passenger 57, and she went with this dress that was basically held together by safety pins.
Okay,
I'm fairly certain that's why she's massively famous. Now the tabloids got all over it. Anyway, BAFTA Awards, Billy Connolly's hosting it, and Liz Hurley comes on to present an award, and she's, I don't know whether it's like a set-up gag or not, but she's running slightly behind to get to the lectern, and she runs across the stage, but she has a dress on and no bra, right? So her jebs are jumping all over the fucking place, right? And everybody's laughing at this because fucking Connolly's like, and then, so that's the gag, and then afterwards, Connolly just makes this whole thing about how cracking her tits are. Right? And everybody's fucking... You see Judi Dench fucking howling laughing, Robbie Coltrane's choking over laughing, fucking Clive James is pissing himself, like... And you go, there's a difference between then and now. Not a fucking chance. Not a chance would Sydney Sweeney jump on with tits a go-go, and fucking Jonathan Ross would sit there like fucking Sid James going, oh, fucking shit. Don't get many of them at the pound, do you? But that's literally what Connolly did, and it was hilarious.
That's so funny. By the way, did you see Sydney Sweeney broke up with her fiancé? She's not getting married, so the window's open for you.
Oh, is she not? I thought she was banging Glenn Powell.
No,
I thought that was like an open secret.
That was just a movie.
All right.
it was just the movie they did together. Anything but you, isn't it? Anyone but you. Anything but you. Anything but you doesn't sound.
Anyone but you.
Anyone but you. Oh, that's also brutal. Yeah. Actually, why is that the name of the fuck?
I don't know.
Anyway, I've seen it. I've seen the fucking film and all.
But yeah, she's not a great actress, Elizabeth Hurley.
No,
and she's not even great in this, actually. I find her sometimes quite annoying in this.
Yeah.
There is a lovely moment. I say lovely, it's the wrong word to use. A very interesting moment where Austin Powers is obviously this hypersexualized, constantly horny dude. But then when she's pissed, so she's like steadfastly going, I'm never going to pump you, right? If you were the last man on earth, I'd never shag you, right?
Mm.
And then she gets wrecked and then tries to shag him, but he won't do it because she's pissed.
Yeah.
And it was quite interesting.
Interesting. He's only tomfoolery.
He's only tomfoolery on his terms.
Yeah. So that is funny. I think they probably had to add that in because he was basically, the joke is he's a massive rapist most of the time. They just played that music, so everything seemed alright. You know that Quincy Jones music, Bossa Nova?
Bossa Nova.
Yeah. Like if you played that over like the fucking Breivik shooting up that youth camp, it would still look pretty funny. Like you'd be like, fair play to him.
I found that this is very funny, right? Because I was listening to the soundtrack. Because I always listen to the soundtracks of all these films. And see when they're in the party. So when they're still in the 60s before Dr. Evil freezes himself. And it's when that's again another quite a funny Austin Powers bit where he realises it's a man, baby, and then just starts leathering fuck at this woman, and it tears the wig off, and it's like a bald dude, right? In that party where it's all swinging 60s and shit like that, the song that is played, so it kind of goes. This is the most psychedelic flower power 60s song title and band I have ever heard.
Right, okay, I don't know.
The song is called Incense and Peppermints by the Strawberry Alarm Clock. How fucking class is that?
Fuck's sake.
What are we going to call the band? The Strawberry Alarm Clock.
Oh, fuck's sake, that's excellent. There was, I think my favourite part of Austin Powers, and it always has been, and this is quite funny, it was Rob Lowe's scene. But Rob Lowe ends up in the second film.
Yes, he does.
Number 2.
So he does, yeah.
So you're just like, what? Like, not in a bad way. Who gives a fuck? But it's just quite funny. Like, that to me is so funny when anyone keeps dying and they keep doing the cutscenes to the family or the friends. Like the one where the boy get crushed and he's like, but he was like a father to me. Like brilliantly acted because he's slightly badly acting. Yeah.
I think that's the best. Because I don't really, because folks say, it's a parody of the Bond films. I don't think
so.
It is.
I don't really think so.
I think it's a parody of one Bond film.
Okay.
You Only Live Twice, right? Where Donald Pleasance is Blofeld, and he's the Blofeld that everyone thinks is Blofeld, which is this bald dude with a scar down his eyes and a cat.
Yeah.
Right? And
that's just basically me now.
Yeah.
A bald and a scar and a cat. Excellent.
I think that's the only time Blofeld has ever been that Blofeld. Because even when he's bald as well, Telly Savalas plays him in Majesty's Secret Service, but he's quite a fucking. He's hard as fuck and he skis and all sorts of shit.
Okay.
But so this is
Dr. Evil dresses like Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Or the other way around, even.
So I don't really think it is that much. It's a parody of so much 60s stuff.
And
so many TV shows and shit like that none of us will really get the reference of, but Mike Myers grew up watching. I think the best Bond parody it does, because the idea of, I know, but see, like the thing where he sends Austin Powers and Vanessa away to be killed, and Scott's like, why you just killed him right here?
Yeah.
He's like, no. I'm gonna close the door and just assume everything went well. And he's like, no, I've got a gun in my room. Like, give me 2 minutes, I'll get them. We can shoot them together. And it's like, you just don't get it. You just don't get it, do you, Scott?
That's so funny.
But that is a.
You just don't get it. It's such a funny way to play it.
That's a kind of trope that people always kind of made about villains, where they're going, why don't they just kill them right there and then? The best parody and the best spoof they'd make of Bond films is that what happens to the family of the random henchman. That's the funniest bit, I find.
Yeah. John Smith.
Phoning up the family. He worked for Dr. Evil. Yeah. It's so funny.
They were waiting for his birthday, was it? Was that what they were doing?
Yeah, they were.
He was decapitated by an ill-tempered mutated sea bass. And it's so funny that the reaction is like, oh... You know, like, it's not like a fucking, they're just like, oh, man.
That's brilliant.
To John.
Really good. Other funny bit, Will Ferrell as Mustafa.
He's great in both.
Is very funny. Yeah.
He's even funnier in the next one, but this one's...
Oh, my God. Because, like... I'm very badly burned. I actually designed the machine myself, son. You shot me in the arm.
You shot me. You shot me in the eye. It was the eye.
It's the eye.
You shot me. You shot me in the eye.
Badly burned.
Oh my god! And the Irish guy,
the Lucky Charms.
Oh, he's after me, lecture. Why is everybody laugh when I say that? You're naughty little leprechaun. I used to love this film so much when I was a kid that I used to know off by heart the monologue that Dr. Evil does.
Oh my god!
In the like the was it like let me see how much I can remember about it. About he sometimes accused chestnuts of being lazy.
Yeah.
The sort of general malaise, the insane lament.
Yeah.
The genius possessed. And
he was a Belgian boulanger with a penchant for buggery.
When I was being enslipped, I was putting the burlap sap and beaten with reeds. It's so funny that he's Belgian.
What is it? He says like, summer. I suppose I had a childhood like many people. Luge lessons.
We wore meat helmets.
Make meat helmets. What was it? My mother was a 13-year-old prostitute.
She was named Sally with webbed feet, is it? It's fucking random shit, but done well, you know.
God. Yeah, that's very funny. That the fact that Carrie Fisher's the therapist.
Oh, that's right. I did not notice that.
Did you not?
How the hell did I not
Carrie
notice?
Fisher's the therapist.
How the fuck did I not know that? How did I not know that? I just blanked that out. I've seen that scene about 400 million times. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I also like as much as I like the pissing scene, I think the shitting scene's even funnier.
Oh, God, yeah.
When
We're going to blow out your
Tom
pile.
Arnold comes in and he goes, "That's it, boy. You let that turd know who he works for. Who does number 2 work for? Yeah, that's it, boy. You let that turd know who's boss."
Lucky Charms thing. Perfectly shaped thing. Do you know, I think it's a really, really subtle, funny thing that how shit Austin Powers is at shooting.
Yeah.
I think it's great. He closes his eyes.
Yeah.
He closes his eyes every time he shoots. He's very good. Like, stupid as fuck.
Oh, right. So, what have I got? I'll get some trivia. Do you know who Mike Myers wanted to be Dr. Evil?
Oh my god.
Because he didn't want. He was only initially ever playing. He hadn't even created he created the character Dr. Evil, but they hadn't created it as nuanced. He wanted Jim Carrey.
Oh god.
But Jim Carrey couldn't get out of Liar Liar.
Thank God.
Dr. Evil is based on Dana Carvey's impression of Lorne Michaels.
No, really?
So,
wow.
For anyone that Lorne Michaels is the guy who created Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
And both Mike Myers and Dana Carvey were massive on Saturday Night Live. And Dana Carvey, if you don't know, was Garth in Wayne's World. And it caused a proper friction between them. Because quite rightly, Dana Carvey was like, "I'm fucking here. Like if you're using my impression to do this character and you need someone to play him."
Yeah. They've done Wayne's World.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, partly they would get but partly Mike Myers is a bit of a prick.
Oh, really?
Bit of a bell end. Quite difficult to work with, apparently.
That's odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst then. Do you know if he's an absolute nightmare to work with and then he's walking around and he's Dr. Evil, you'd just be like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you kind of, because I was sitting there thinking, well, Mike Myers, why is Mike Myers not? Because these 3 films are massive. And then Somebody in the Axe Murder was big as well. And then he was massive on Saturday Night Live. Wayne's World was fucking huge.
Yeah.
And then you go, why was he not as big as Jim Carrey or Will Ferrell or but then you go, he's fucking Shrek.
Oh, yeah.
So you go, he's bigger than all of them, actually. You just don't see him.
Yeah.
Because the Shrek films are far bigger than any film that any of them have ever done.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, yeah. I never
totally forget he's Shrek.
That's coming back too.
Yeah.
I forgot he's Shrek. And then he also, what did I see him in recently? Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
He's odd. He just turns up with
he is odd, yeah. He basically plays kind of an older Austin Powers in Inglourious Bastards, yeah. Mike Myers has revealed in interviews that the Austin Powers character was created based on a couple of instances involving his family. His father loved watching British comedies with Peter Sellers and Sir Alec Guinness. So Myers, first, in a way to flirt with his wife, he did the Austin Powers character, and that's how it was created. His wife said, "Oh, you need to write that stuff down. That's really, really funny." And then Do you want to talk about what happened to Joe Son?
Oh, definitely do. I'm obsessed with this guy. I have been for a long time.
So Joe Son is the guy who played Random Task.
Yeah, you've got the stats. What he's done.
Yes.
Read this. So Random Task, a bad lad.
He's currently serving a lifetime prison sentence for the torture of a 19-year-old woman in 1990. He went uncaptured until 2008, and then a DNA match linked him to the crime. According to the victim, she unknowingly had a copy of this movie in her home until her attacker's identity was revealed. In 2017, he was sentenced to an additional 27 years for murdering his cellmate. He is now facing a maximum sentence of 275 years.
Oh, you don't even have the worst part.
Is that not the worst part?
Oh, Jesus, no, he's done. It's not even that. He was like an MMA guy as well, right? But it wasn't even that. It was like they keep saying like it was a 1990. It was like a 1990 kidnapping where he like sodomized her with loads of like people, like he had a gang and stuff. It was like absolutely, like look at it. It's very funny. Early life, mixed martial arts career, acting career, torture, manslaughter conviction.
Jesus,
mixed martial arts record. Yeah, felony vandalism, probation, DNA samples, the whole thing. Forcibly dragged her to the car, threatened to kill her, raped, sodomized, torture, pistol whipped the woman, pushed her out of the car naked while it was driving, carried out a mock execution. Like, he's got
the full bingo card.
Yeah, he was like, sexual penetration, foreign object. Yeah, he faced a maximum sentence of 275 years to life, technically, with all of this stuff. Yeah, like absolutely, like it's not even. There's worse things written here.
An animal.
Yeah.
My God,
it's awful. Imagine your son did that. Joe Son's a funny name.
The last piece I have. This didn't do well.
Do you know what Son said to her in the trial?
What?
When
baby.
During the oh, magic! My God. Yeah, sexual assault, pants trying around her eyes and stuff. During the trial, the woman said, "It's Christmas. This is your lucky day," is what she said.
Fucking hell!
Possibly the worst, the baddest man I've ever seen. So yeah.
Jesus.
Who throws a shoe?
He might be the worst person we've mentioned
ever
on this podcast since Genghis Khan.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
The last piece of trivia I have about this didn't do well when it was released at the cinemas.
A lot of comedy.
It was massively successful in DVD.
Yeah.
Right? This was in 1997. This really, really didn't do well at all, particularly in Britain. Do you know why?
Because they thought it was taking the piss out of them.
It was released just after Diana's death. Right? And people didn't think... Basically, people didn't like the fact of of a film taking the piss out of British people at that time. There is a joke about it that was taken out for years and then put back in, where they talk about the fact that Charles had an affair.
Oh yeah.
Because remember, they're going to blackmail him. So that was only put back in. It was released at the same time as the Full Monty. The Full Monty almost benefited from the fact that Diana died, because it was like a bringing Britain back together kind of film. Yeah. Bizarre.
That's very funny too, getting the money wrong.
Yeah.
$1 million.
See how they... I mean, it is a very funny joke. $1 million. And everybody pisses themselves laughing.
Ozone layer.
Right? I reckon, even in the 60s, governments would laugh if you only asked for $1 million.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there must have been, you can't tell me Brian Epstein, manager of the Beatles, wasn't a millionaire.
No,
There must have been millionaires cutting about in the 60s.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's not an unseen amount of money where folk are going, $1 million? What the fuck, are you mad? $1 million? It's going to take us years to get that together.
Yeah, they would probably still get it in half an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. The ozone layer, that's already happened. Trying to open the ozone layer.
The last thing I have to say about the film, and it's not even about the film, it was when I was looking up Mike Myers, it was a thing that I think I have only ever seen once before, and I laughed my ass off at it at the time and then completely forgot about it until this again. There is a clip. Have you ever seen the clip of after Hurricane Katrina with Mike Myers? So there's a massive telethon, right? So telethons, if you don't know what telethons used to happen, they used to happen quite a lot in British television, where it'd be like comic relief, but you would get celebrities manning the phones. So you'd get like, if you phone up, you might speak to Michaela Strachan and she'll take your donation, right? So you'd get you get fucking Gordon the Gopher sitting on a phone, right? Americans, they did it much better, but they did it on a huge scale. And there was one after Katrina, right? So they got huge celebrities to come on and make appeals. So they'd have the videos in the background of people trying to gather their belongings together, people's houses floating away, and they'd be going, dial this number now and you can help save this community and help them rebuild, right? So Mike Myers is doing it with Kanye West, right? So Mike Myers comes in and gives this heartfelt thing about this incredible community that he's loved for years, this vibrant place of music, of laughter, of food. And he says, if you can help, just please phone the number below and give what you can. Then Kanye comes on and goes, George Bush hates black people. And then goes in this massive tirade about how the media have framed this in a racist way, about how if white people are looting, they're trying to survive, whereas if black people are looting, they're just criminals.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious. You get Mike Myers just looks at him and goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" George Bush hates black people.
It's just
that's all you need to type in. Type in Mike Myers Katrina. George Bush hates black people. It is phenomenal.
That's like that's actually a scene in Always Sunny. I realize now that's where they got it.
Oh,
from.
is it? Yeah.
When Danny DeVito is like, see, he says the white. He's like the white people, but there's the media's framing it, and then like these, but he's like, but that black person has skis. If they were looting bread, and then it's very funny.
Oh.
If the white people were looting skis, I'd also say the rabbit. Oh. Very good. It was the Rodney King. They did it. The Rodney King riots. I was at the Rodney King riots. It just happened to be in LA at the time. It was very funny. Right, that's all for this week.
But yes, very good film. Loved it.
Good fun.
Loved it in the end.
In the end.
Yes.
The second one's so much better. I mean, like that's.
We'll do the second one eventually.
Yeah.
Right, next week we're doing a film which I am ashamed to say I have never actually seen. Right?
Fuck off.
Yes, you know what it is already.
Fuck off.
I have never seen this film, and I don't know why I've never seen it. I genuinely don't know why I've seen it. It's our first ever zombie film. We're going to be doing Shaun of the Dead.
What?
I've never seen Shaun of the Dead.
The best.
So yeah, so that's what we'll be doing next week. What's it called? Is it the Cornetto trilogy?
Honestly, I absolutely.
I can't remember what they're called.
I love Spaced. It was my favorite show when I was a kid. Ed, you're right. Yeah, it was the first movie from it.
So we're going to be watching Simon Pegg.
Blood and Cornetto trilogy.
And Shaun of the Dead, our first zombie flick. Apart from that, any
usual shite. Aye, if there's Irish people, how about Ireland for a couple of solo dates next week?
You get Cork and
in Belfast tonight. Tomorrow. This will probably be out by tomorrow, so Thursday. Yeah.
I've got nothing until my tour's on sale. Obviously, there's always down the links below, and then my fringe run, which is only going to be about 12 nights.
Nice.
Is going to be announced fairly soon. But apart from that.
Fuck off.
That's us.
Apart from that, go fuck yourself.
Keep recommending us, reviewing. Thank you very much for listening. We'll see you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.